Hello world, Wendy from Cali here. Happy St. Patrick's Day. Here for Color With Me. My nails are looking very worn down because I've had these on for more than half a week and I was really rough with them this past weekend. But I wanted to share really quick some pictures before we get into the coloring and a video too. But that is a chef creating hand-cut noodles, and I had to take a quick video of that because we went to this noodle place this weekend that was just unbelievably good, and so yeah, that was cool. But also I made cookies this weekend, so those were the ones that I had made for my coworkers. And the reject batch, which I gave to my sister-in-law, Mama Carla, and the kiddos. And this is what they looked like before they were baked. And yeah, I was dusting the cookie stamps with flour, and it looks like Cinema Roll has been snorting cocaine, and I thought that was hilarious, so I had to share. I also had made sugar cookies, and the kiddos helped color them in with edible ink. These were the ones I colored though, and I gave them to my mom because she really liked the cookies. This is what the cookies looked like before they were colored. And I did my niece's nails with her signature pink and green, but she also wanted sky, so that's ILNP. I love that nail polish. This is what my nails looked like before they got all worn down. And that is a chopped cheese sandwich that was oh so delicious, as well as pizza from Weirdos, and one more food item. So when we went to Northern California for my cousin Casey's memorial service, we, on our way back home, dropped by Morgan Hill to eat at a donut shop called O. Henry's, and their burgers were absolutely delicious. So I had to share all of that before we started coloring. But I do need a little bit of water because I am using watercolors. So let me just get that here. Just a tiny bit of water. And I am pressed for time just because it is St. Patrick's Day, and of course we have to have corned beef. We'll see how good the corned beef ends up being because it was frozen and I didn't realize it. And so after looking it up online through Reddit and other posts and all of that, supposedly you can use an Instant Pot to make corned beef from frozen. So we shall see. But we had tried to stop by the store to see if we can get another corned beef for today that's not frozen, but they're all sold out. Of course, it's St. Patrick's Day, so that is going to be the case. But we are here to color March, and I always think of March as green, purple, and yellow like Mardi Gras, but I was looking up online what colors March represents, or what colors represent the month of March, and supposedly light blue and white, which is interesting, but I guess that's representative of spring. So I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna go with the white and the light blues and a little hint of a greenish color, just because I feel like I just gotta. So let's get to coloring. So I did mention I went to my cousin Casey's memorial service up in Northern California, and it was a lot more emotional than I thought it would be. I didn't really know Casey as an adult. I knew him as a kid, and I was completely shocked by the fact that he passed away in February. And when we went to his memorial service, it was just, I couldn't stop the tears. I was crying so hard, and I think it was the fact that I really didn't know him. Like, I didn't really get to spend much time with him as an adult, and so it made me really sad to just think about that. And then it made me think about all the people that are still alive and that we just have so little time on this earth and never know when our time is up. So it's one of those that just keeps me thinking, keeps me a little more on alert as far as the kiddos and just really paying attention to what they're dealing with and all of that. But yeah, I did get to see my best friend Lynn, whom I've been friends with since 3rd grade, when I was up in Northern California, and she treated us out to a really delicious dinner, and she got me my Girl Scout cookies. Her daughters, they are Girl Scouts, and I was able to get my lemonades, Toastiers, and Thin Mints before heading back down. And like I said, we had stopped at Morgan Hill for cheeseburgers, and they were absolutely delicious. The past week of work was super busy because I had a project that was going out today, which in the nick of time it was completed. But before that, this past weekend, got to spend time with the girls, my nieces, and I had, as I showed pictures, baked cookies for them to color. And before we even did that, we had taken them to the library and taken them to go get Korean cheese dogs. And then we also played Bean Boozled. So Bean Boozled is a Jelly Belly created game where Jelly Belly had created these absolutely disgusting flavors. So if you've never played Bean Boozled, I would not recommend it. Although the girls had so much fun tasting the most disgusting jelly beans, and I'm telling you, they're absolutely disgusting. I ended up having to eat burnt rubber and also I had wet dog. I was not a fan of either of those, so would not recommend. But yeah, the girls had fun doing that, especially Lilith. Lilith loves torturing herself, I swear. But I didn't have any good ones. I quit after 2 tries, 2 rounds, and I was out. I was not going to play that anymore. But Panda Bear, Uncle, he got really good flavors. I thought there were no good flavors that existed because when I was playing Bean Boozled with the girls, we all just ended up with nasty tasting jelly beans. And so when Panda Bear played and Mama Carla played, they actually had some good flavors first, but then Mama Carla ended up with vomit, which she could not get the taste out of her mouth regardless of what she ate, and that was gross. So yeah, again, would not recommend Bean Boozled, but the girls really wanted it and they've been really good, so they got their reward. But yesterday I was doing a bit of work. I had made new soap, so I'm very excited. So this time around, the soap that I made is specifically for me. So it's got a more floral scent to it, but also a very citrusy, so sweet orange, bergamot. There's a gardenia is one of the notes, and geranium. What else did I throw in there? A tiny bit of frankincense. But most of the notes is the bergamot, and what did I use? Geranium. Those were the two main essential oils that I had used in the soap. So when making that soap, I have to leave it in the fridge for over 24 hours, and I almost forgot. So I had remembered just in time today to take it out of the fridge so that it can sit out for another 3 to 4 days at room temperature before I take it out of the silicone molds. So that is where we're at with my soaps right now. It takes about 4 to 6 weeks to cure, so that means it's going to take a little bit of time before I can actually enjoy using them. So likely it's going to be after Easter before I get to use them. That's okay. I don't mind waiting. What I'm really excited about is I used my TopCashBack, cashed in some of it. It was like a little over, well, a little under, less than $200 in TopCashBack. And I finally purchased a bunch of the items I had sitting in my saved for later and Amazon cart so that I could make homemade shampoo and conditioner and body wash. So that is next on my list, along with a cleansing balm. So I've been using Elf cleansing balm as well as the cleansing balm from Color Street, and I like both, but I wanted to make my own. So that is now the new thing that I'm going to be working on making. So once I get all of those ingredients in, I will be working on making those. Ooh, I'm going to make this white just because I feel like that will stand out a bit more. But I just heard my Instant Pot go off, which I'm supposed to let it sit in there for another 5 minutes to natural release before I go and release the rest of the pressure, and then take the corned beef out and put in the vegetables so that they can cook. And the vegetables only take about 3 minutes in the pressure cooker to cook, so dinner is almost ready. I'm excited. I love the Instant Pot. I mean, you can make so many things in it, and it's endless possibilities. But yes, have to have corned beef for St. Patrick's Day. It's like, it's tradition. It's a weird tradition that even my mom, who's not from the US, she was born in China, but even she loves the corned beef. It's actually, she's the one who started it all, and she makes this amazing like mustard, mayo, soy sauce. I don't know what else she puts in it, but that dip for the corned beef is like, I can't wait. It's so good. But yeah, I definitely need to do my nails. Probably tomorrow. I'll probably film it. So there's probably going to be 2 videos this week, which it's been a while since I've done a nail video. I haven't been inspired to do any recording of my nails, only because I've also been using conventional nail polish, ILNP nail polish, and just the wait time for dry time is not camera friendly. And you know, I don't edit any of these videos. I just let them record and I just chit chat and talk, and I just don't think it makes sense to do conventional nail polish videos, for me at least, as a mani chat. So I will be using Color Street. I got a whole bunch of Color Street nails from the Ruckus that Stacey Adams had, the nail party. So I'm definitely ready to use a Color Street set. But I'm not sure if I'm going to use a Color Street set that was from a sub box, a Color Play box, or a set or sets that I bought from the Ruckus. So stay tuned for that. I guess you'll find out when I complete the video tomorrow. I love the watercolor effect of these colored pencils. It's just so fun. Like, it adds a little bit of a different dimension to the coloring, and I like that. It's also very relaxing after a long work day. I was at the office at like 5:30 this morning, and I underestimated the amount of envelopes we needed for a project. Luckily, some of my employees tend to hoard supplies in their desks, so I was able to find blank envelopes to finish the print job that I was doing. But I had a project that went out today, and it was literally like down to the wire. So I got it all done, and I'm very happy and proud. But, my nails kind of match the colors of the flowers. I know it looks very one-dimensional compared to the others, but here's a look back. February was very colorful. And then January I used Sharpies, which is very vibrant, but again, it bled through to the other side, so I didn't want that. With the color pencils and the watercolor paintbrush with the water, it doesn't bleed through, so I love that way better. But this is March. We're almost to the end of the month already. We're halfway through. So, yeah. Alright. Thank you for watching. If you've watched all the way through, go ahead and leave a green heart, and a shamrock emoji. Green heart, shamrock emoji. And I'll see you guys sooner rather than later. Peace.